Hi, here comes the long-awaited video. You've asked me several times to answer the question of where the scar pelt came from in the Hercules cartoon. Apparently Zazu's evil joke came true. But does that mean Hercules killed the scar? If not, then where did he get it from? Let's find out. Initially, the lion pelt in Hercules is 99, but not 100% Scar's pelt. Even though Disney showed other brown lions, none had that mane and scar above his left eye. However, the problem is that we see Scar die. All these years, we thought he had died. He's never seen again in Pride, but Scar's shadow of a wall being attacked by hyenas is not definitive proof that he was killed. What if, for example, Scar was brutally beaten, bitten, or maimed by hyenas? Yes, it seems unrealistic at first glance, but Scar was the only one who ever helped the hyenas and was very smart. So maybe he somehow got away with it, and the hyenas spared him, or perhaps he found another way to escape them. I mean, the cartoon shows the hyenas jumping on him, and that's it. But for the sake of the Herculean passphrase, let's just say Scar escaped or slipped away in exile. Based on this not-so-plausible theory, females are hunting in the world of lions. So a lone male, that is, in our case, Scar, cannot survive on his own for long. The only reason Simba survived is because Timon and Pumbaa taught him how to eat bugs instead of meat. Scar is not in the second part of the cartoon, which could mean that he escaped from the hyenas, found a small pride of lions, and became the chief male. But how did he become Hercules' hat? Hercules may have gone to Africa and caught Scar, but that's unrealistic. If you remember, Hercules was a very important hero in Thebes, which is part of Greece. And it turns out that Hercules was a hero in Thebes. Disney used to say that the filming of The Lion King took place in Kenya. You realize that the distance from Kenya to Thebes, where Hercules lived, is very long, even if you have a Pegasus. And Kenya is Africa, by the way. I don't think Hercules was in Africa, so far from home. Then how did Scar's hide get into Hercules' hands? There are several versions, but here's the one I prefer. Scar had serious wounds after his battle with Simba, but survived. Then he met a hunter or group of hunters, and because of his wounds he couldn't fight back, so they trapped him. The Scar was then sold to a trader who resold him to wealthy Europeans for their zoo. And the old lion, that is, Scar, who was no longer so aggressive, was the best specimen to show to the audience. And by the way, that merchant could be the same as the merchant in the cartoon Aladdin. As we know, that merchant could have been Jinn, who could have transcended his time. It was very common for merchants to travel to different countries to sell their goods. And remember, the first thing Jean wanted to do was travel. Everything is perfect. Here's what the Hercules cartoon tells us about how to become a hero. Hercules had a huge villa and could have built his own zoo. So, the Scar arrived as merchandise for Hercules. Perhaps the lion died in transit or already in the zoo. But whatever it was, Hercules left the skin of the Scar as a lavish piece of jewelry. The Lion King, Hercules, and Aladdin are related. But there are two other theories. The first one is that this lion could be the father of Scar and Mufasa. Personally, Simba's grandfather is a hottie from The Lion King. 6 New Adventures. Yeah, I know it's not canon, it's just what I like. Oh, and plus, where did a hottie get the scar under his eye? Or do they all have scars under their eyes on their father's side there? Wrong. The second, or probably the third version, is that it is not a scar, but a Nemean lion. According to Greek mythology, human weapons could not kill this monster. Its claws were so strong that it could damage any armor. In the myths, Hercules faced this monster during his 12 feats as an atonement to the gods and defeated it with all his strength. But I will soon make a video explaining how the Hercules and Lion King cartoons are related. The lion Hercules fought is similar to the lion Claudius featured in the Timon and Pumbaa series, but it is by no means Scar. Again, I will repeat that in these two theories, although there was a lion who looked very much like Scar, it did not have a scar above the left eye. So all of those theories just fall away, that's it. If you like this theory, click like. Write in the comments what you think about this theory, how the scarred skin got to Hercules, whether Genie as a merchant could have brought it to Hercules, or maybe you have other ideas about how the scarred skin got to the hero. It's just a pashal or reference. Either way, post about it in the comments. Also, ask questions and suggest theories, and I'll do videos if possible. Have a good day and see you all again.